I don't actually know who wanted to start introducing this stream, but I'm here with Omar and Kassidy. Here we are.
Hey, here we are.
Omar has like a whole song and dance he does when he starts the stream, and I'm just like, we're here, guys.
I literally just said my name, and I'm here with Lauren and Kassidy.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. He's the pro.
And everything. I could at least dress it up a little bit. Hey, we're here, guys. Look at me and all my purple glow.
Like, yo, I'm live on a Monday night. What's up, sluts? Get ready to party.
It's still Monday. That is so fucking nice. All right. Anyways, we're here to talk about the settlement between Blake Lively and Wayfarer Studios today, not the settlement between Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni, despite what you may have read on TMZ and Us Weekly. Justin Baldoni was not a party to this lawsuit. The studio settled with Blake Lively. The LLC for the movie settled with Blake Lively, and so did Tag PR, the crisis PR firm. So
there's nothing for Justin to settle. It's just it was a tagline, a headline.
So Omar, wouldn't it have been up to like the board of directors or the executives of these? Because these were companies. There was no individual person left.
Well, the way that works, like the way that I've done it in the past, is you just have a representative there for the company, and they already have instructions about, look, if we get this, then we're going to settle. If not, then just confirm the dates. So whoever was representing the Wayfarer parties at the settlement discussions already had directives, and it might have been. And look, I don't know what the terms are, and my guess is we'll never know what the specific terms were going to be. I've heard over and over that it's a no money settlement. I don't know that for sure. I suspect that's probably true.
Nobody knows like for sure, you know. So that's all speculation.
My prediction like a month or two ago was that I think it's going to be like everybody just walks away, and that's kind of it appears the way that it's working out. And if you read some of the comments, and look, like what Lauren said, nobody knows for sure, but everybody's reporting that that they know things, and you got to be careful with that. Because I'm sure they're under all of them are under NDAs to not talk about this stuff.
Absolutely.
You mean she doesn't get to arts and crafts this one on Instagram like she did with the judge's ruling? I mean,
so even like attorney's fees, even anything like that, you think probably didn't happen? You think they just walked away with it?
If I'm settling the case and I'm attorneys for Lively, I'm making Baldoni sign an NDA himself, not to talk about the case or not to disparage her. There's probably a non-disparagement agreement on both sides. I know Baldoni is not a party to the lawsuit, but there could have been other things where they weaved him into it.
Yeah.
Where anybody involved in this incident or has any affiliation whatsoever with the Wayfarer parties or whatnot must not disparage or talk about this case.
Any representative of the studio, probably something like that.
Yeah. Something like that. And so how it affects Justin is going to piss people off. And so far as I think that's the biggest thing. They want like Justin to share his experiences and be able to talk about how he felt and how he feels. And is he happy? Does he believe that justice was served? And you're not going to get any of that because I'm guessing he's under an NDA. Now, he might not be under an NDA, but I would not have signed a settlement agreement if I was Lively's attorneys without one. So there's that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So we've got some mixed emotions in the community. Some are like piping hot, furious. Others devastated.
Yeah.
I'm mixed. I'm like a little disappointed, but also I understand because I've been overwhelmed and exhausted by this. I've taken a lot of breaks. These people couldn't take breaks, and it was their personal life. Like for me, I was just an observer, just an empathetic observer.
Right.
And so, I mean, I can understand. I also would have been afraid. I don't think the judge has been like super nice to them in hearings, and the jury would observe that difference during a trial. Like he would be in charge of calling all the balls and strikes in the court, deciding what makes it to the trial. So I understand there was a lot of risk. Like if he was going to deny that MJOP and then what he was going to rule on those limine motions and the expert testimony stuff, like he could have completely stripped their case, leaving them in not so favorable position to settle as they were in today. So I can understand. Like, I go back and forth though, because I don't like the statement. And I'm like, I really just wanted to see the trial, but I understand, and it's not my decision. I mean, I think they have a really good team, especially the addition of Shapiro and Bach. Shapiro and Bach are not the kind that are just trying to settle everything. They will fight. They will go all the way to the U.S. Supreme Court. So I don't think they would make a cowardly "let's just settle this" decision. I think it was well thought out. They thought of everything. So I don't know, but I know
the more I
people
think about it,
people are furious.
there was a statement that I read that people around Blake are saying that Blake is happy to walk away knowing that she's exposed the Hollywood smear campaign machine. But
Sorry.
to be fair to Blake, I just don't believe that that's true. I don't believe that's a real thing. Because I'm
okay.
under an NDA
Okay.
and
No.
prevented from saying stuff like that.
Okay.
I don't believe she actually said that.
No to all of that, for like one reason in particular. Okay, because I just watched this lady make 17 special, crafty slides, like arts and crafting the judge's ruling, like I said on Instagram, about how she was doing this for women who don't have the means, for children who don't have the means to combat her, like what she's been through in her story, begging people not to write this off as celebrity drama and to not let them prevent people from seeing themselves in her story. And now she settles a lawsuit, walks away, and goes prancing off to the Met Gala to talk to her rich friends, never to say another word to protect those women and children she kept trying to exploit to make her case.
On Canva?
I don't think so.
You
can go fuck
There's no
yourself
way
for that.
she's happy with this.
Yeah.
She wanted that 47.1.
It was just like very clearly not going to happen, in my opinion. I think that I honestly didn't think they were ever going to get her back down. But I think with that off the table, and I really think that was just never going to happen for her. I think that
curious about the 47.1, like in the regular community. I feel like that was like a thing that I nerded out over because there were other attorneys covering it were nerding out over 47.1. And I feel like this confused a lot of people.
She's tried to file it against Jed in Texas, which is interesting. A guy she's never met or spoken to. She's trying to use this law against a stranger. She wants to use that law against a stranger. She abandoned her pursuit of justice for women and children who have been wronged and who don't have the means to fight back, and is intending to collect millions from a stranger she's never met. And that is justice for somebody, apparently.
The woman needs money.
Oh, I believe that. Don't we all, though? Can we all get a piece of that, maybe?
Get a piece of what?
Just spread it around. If you're doing it for people who don't have the means, spread it around, and I'll use it to sue people that don't like me. I promise.
Well, trouble damage these nuts.
That's enough,
What do
Omar.
you think of that?
That's inappropriate.
So that would be like completely out now, right, Omar? The 47.1.
Whatever. Well, the lawsuit is over for Lively versus the Wayfarer parties. It's not over for the other lawsuits involved. That's another question I keep getting.
It's just
no, it doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't affect the other lawsuits. It just affects the main one that we've all been covering.
Right. Somebody asked, Andy is now off the hook. Andy, you should not have to turn anything over at this point now, right?
Well, if the subpoenas originated because of this case, yeah, they're done.
So
that would include both of yours, actually, and that would also that it shouldn't. Well, Andy's is for a different case, though, isn't it?
No, it's this one.
It's this one.
His should be resolved by this settlement. Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's great timing for his documentary.
There you go.
I hope you didn't buy your ticket to New York, Lauren. I did. So like somebody actually helped me out using their points. And I don't know if I'm supposed to say their name here, so I won't. She's the mod in my chat though. She can identify herself if she wants to. Somebody helped me with their points to get a flight out there. The problem is, for the first week, and I only did it for 1 week just in case something like this happened, I got a really good rate on a hotel, but the thing is it would be non-refundable after a certain date, and that date was 2 days ago. So now I'm gonna have to go to New York for a week, but like there's gonna be no trial. So but the good news is I didn't like book a place for the whole time, you know what I mean? So it's just the first week. And it's not so bad. Like I can cover it. And then, like I told everybody before, I did do a fundraiser, so I said I'll save it for the Jones case if this happens. And then, you know, if that doesn't work out, then Omar and I will do some kind of contest to split it for charity if Jones settles. You know, so
Could we not swim this time though? Because I feel like
we're not swimming. I don't want to swim. I'm tired.
All
So,
right.
yeah.
Like,
Have a pie eating contest.
or arm wrestling.
Yeah.
I'm down for the pie eating.
Bocce
Pie
has to
eating?
go.
Did you say pie eating? Kassidy's making the pies.
Yeah.
Better yet, you know what? Better yet, I once had a chili eating contest with Dominic.
Oh God, I remember that.
The Death Nut Challenge. I think that should be the competition. Death Nut Challenge
How were you
3.
the next day though?
Oh, I was crippled. I was good. I was good. Until I went to bed and I woke up in the middle of the night and I felt like my stomach was going to like melt. And I wanted to throw up, but I couldn't throw up. And like nothing was happening. And I literally just laid on the bathroom floor and fell asleep, waiting to throw up. And it never happened. I was in so much pain. And then I think we were going to like on a family trip right after that. But I'll never, ever, ever do that again. 11 million Scoville units. Apparently, if you eat that stuff, it's really bad for your insides. And it just, man, it'll rip a hole into your intestines. And I've never felt pain like that before, like ever, ever, ever. I was really brave in the moment, but on both me and Dominic, we're like, we talked the next day, or like a couple of days after, dude, I'm never doing that again. we were like, Dominic was ready to call 911. I never quite got that far, but it was bad. Anyway,
to call 911.
He said he thought that he was having an emergency. Like he was afraid that his insides were going to melt.
Whoa.
Like it was bad.
Whoa.
Anyway, I challenge you to that, Lauren. How about that?
I'm not doing that shit. No. No. No, find someone else to do that. No, I'm not doing that. Kassidy can do that.
Since that day, nobody wants to.
No, barbecue sauce is too hot for me. I do not like spicy food.
Oh yeah, you would not last. It would. Yeah, it was funny because there's like 5 different levels, and then everybody else like quit after level 3. I had my sister doing it, my brother was in there doing it, and then me and Dominic were the ones sticking out to level 5. And we're both like, well, then quit then, bitch. There's the milk right there. All you got to do is pick it up and chug it. And neither of us would. And then it got to the point where we had to settle it with an arm wrestling. Like that was the tiebreaker because we both passed level 5. I'll tell you what, male ego is a powerful thing. And it makes
it arm wrestling with dudes. It always comes down to arm wrestling, I swear.
Well, I'd just like to point out that I won. And it's all on tape. So
I remember.
You survived it.
It was on your Christmas stream, wasn't it?
Yeah, Christmas of 24.
I remember. Patrick's here. Hey, Patrick says, I still have a hard time believing Lauren has never had a burrito. That's true. I owe you guys a burrito.
How could you have never? Wait.
That is weird. That's pretty weird.
Look,
it's not Patrick.
I had never had a strawberry until I was like 20 years old. So I don't know.
Wait.
I'm very weird and plain with food.
Wait.
What?
A strawberry, a burrito?
A strawberry.
Well, I've had a strawberry now.
So, did you like it?
Yeah, it was all right.
Yeah.
It was whatever.
Yeah. Why? But why not a burrito? It's one of the best
I don't know. I'm very plain, and I'll eat the same thing over and over again for days at a time. So like, and I'll eat like tacos with just like white rice and chicken on them, no seasoning or anything.
No,
I'm like, this is amazing.
That's not a taco. Oh no. Oh no.
This is the best kind of taco.
Right now.
When she was here at my house, my wife had cooked for her, and Lauren's like, nah, I'm good. I'm funny about, he said, I'm picky about eating at other people's houses, so I'm just going to bounce and order a pizza at my hotel room.
I didn't know what that was.
I don't remember. I think it was just tacos. It was like something basic.
Oh, yeah.
It was nothing extravagant.
To be clear, she had cooked for the whole family, not just for me. Okay, just to be clear, if she had made food just for me, I would have eaten that shit and I would have had a smile on my face. And if I had to, I would have thrown it up outside. But I would have eaten it.
Mexican rice is so yummy. It's absolutely the best.
Matcha Latte says, "Oh my God, you're so white."
You know what? I'm a flavorless white person, and I can't do anything about it. But I'm nice to people, and I help my old neighbors, and I'm nice to my mom, and so I have redeeming qualities, I think. Well,
You're
I'm not always
being
nice
just
to my mom.
an
Sometimes
unrefined palate is all.
I'm
Don't
gonna wake
spoil-
up at 3 in the morning and be like, Lauren's never had a burrito. Lauren
I bet
puts
there's
white
a
rice
lot of
and
people
chicken
out there,
on a
Cassidy, that
burrito.
wake up at night and think about that. But the thing is, I'm okay with being a flavorless white person as long as I have other things going for me. So
Well, no, you can't have it all, I guess. Oh, I always get mad at my wife for not seasoning the food properly.
well, that's why I didn't eat it.
I told her that she seasons food like a poor person. It's like, we got more.
And then
Like,
here
just
this guy is. He's
season
like,
it.
Lauren didn't want to eat my
Well,
wife's food. I wonder why, brother. You advertise it so well.
I'll tell you what. She's gotten a lot better. She's like a really good cook now. But like before, like when we were, she was still developing. Like she would under season the food. Like she would season like we didn't have any seasoning. Like we're gonna run out of salt or something, or we're gonna run out of red pepper flakes. It's like it's like $2 at the store. I promise we'll get more.
Mm.
It'll be okay.
Yeah. Somebody says, Patrick says, what have I done? I guess I shouldn't bring up her never having Tabasco. I had Tabasco when we were doing that fundraising stream. That's the first time I had it. It was disgusting. Anyways, we shouldn't be talking about this. There are people watching us to listen about other stuff that matters, not
sorry.
my food habits.
That's true.
Or like Omar's wife's cooking, which is, I'm sure, very special. I'll have to try it next time.
One of the questions that I got in my comments was, do I think that Blake Lively settled this because she got caught lying in the deposition about the dailies? And my answer to that is no, I don't think that was really a deterrent. If that was the case, then this would have been settled long ago. I think that they figured that they were going to be able to clean that up, or maybe it wasn't all that relevant to anything.
I mean, they've had that information for a while, like a long time, actually. So.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of impeachable stuff with respect to Lively, and I think that honestly was like the least of her worries. I think they were going to get her up on the stand, and the plan was, but maybe not, because I talked to Cassidy. I think I talked to you and you, Lauren, about what was the strategy behind them stipulating to the protected activity thing. And I was like, well, maybe they don't stipulate it because they want to get her on the stand and make her look foolish and cross-examine. And they stipulated to it. But I think that had the effect of just taking all the sting out of the lawsuit and compelling her to a settlement, which I think was probably the remaining defendant's goal. Might not have been Justin's, but the Wayfarer parties, I think they wanted to settle this. I think they wanted it done.
Right. I mean, this was all on behalf of the company, so.
I bet her attorneys have been begging her for like at least 8 months to not take the stand.
Why would they do that? They'd be writing off $1 million a month in billables.
No, I
you
mean,
want to
not,
keep going?
not
I'll file another motion. What other
not-
tantrum can I bring up to Judge Lyman? Let's do it. $1 million a month.
How much do you think they walked away with?
$18 million.
Yeah.
The Lively attorneys, yeah, I think it's probably about $18 million in attorney
Oh,
fees.
I thought you were talking about the settlement. I was like, Omar, where did you come up with that figure?
Oh, no. I think that the attorney fees, they've been going since January of 25, and we're now
long before that, actually. They were working on the CRD stuff long before
somewhere
that.
between 15 to 20 million in attorney fees is, I think, what she's probably racked up. And I think that the Wayfarer parties have racked up something similar. And I'd be surprised if Justin Baldoni was on the hook for any of it. I think that was I think that he was covered in that regard. And so there's a part of me that is happy that he came out relatively unscathed. And I think that he has this new fan base that he wouldn't have otherwise had, because I think that the real victim, according to those that have followed this case, was Justin, and the real villain was Reynolds and Lively. And I think that's where they land on that. I doubt he's had to expend anything on attorney fees. I could be wrong on that. I don't know anything. But
Who, Justin?
Yeah, wasn't it like really early on that somebody else was going to fund his attorney fees?
Oh, Steve. His business partner. Yeah.
Really? Like they had $1 billion budget or something, or he's bragging over cocktails.
No, he's a billionaire. They didn't have $1 billion budget. No, he didn't mean that. He said something along the lines of, I'll spend however much money I have to spend to defend my studio the way that, and he used a metaphor that a lot of people were not a fan of, like Israel defending itself against Hamas. Yeah.
So. I do remember that. That's the early days of this case. I do remember that.
Yeah.
You know what I love so much? That Blake and Ryan set out to absolutely obliterate these people. And what's happened? So Wayfarer has put out 3 movies that were successes, won awards. Scarlett Johansson had her directorial debut with them. Debut. I don't know why it came out so weird when I said it like that.
Oh, I
And
see.
then they just announced an Audrey Hepburn movie coming out, Wayfarer. Steve Sarowitz went from a 1 billionaire to a 2 billionaire guy. And a lot of people now know who Justin Baldoni is, who had no idea before, myself included.
Right.
And now people know what Blake is really all about. And this has all just been nothing but bad for Blake and Ryan, but everybody else has done okay.
Yeah.
On IMDb, they don't have any projects in the works. Blake and Ryan.
Patrick says, "Read Gingras. I won't say much right now because this stream is to celebrate Justin." Patrick, feel free to bag on David in the chat. I love to celebrate by bagging on David.
You and me will do a David we'll do a David stream in due time. Just not right now, but in due time. I promise you. Just hold on to your butts, or your butts, singular.
That's sexual harassment.
Totally.
So
he started it.
So there were a couple questions with super chats that went by, but I can't control the chat.
Oh, yeah. I have control of the. No, I'm just kidding. So I don't know who Just Jules became a member of. It's one of you two because I can see the icon that it's for one of you two, but I don't know who it was.
Oh, I've never done. Yeah, I have no idea. I don't know how it works when there's 3 multi-streams. So.
I think a thank you on behalf of both of you, I guess, is the correct response. Yeah.
Whoever it was, thank you.
What's up, Jules? Jules has been with me since like 2023, maybe, the Natalia Grace case.
Oh, so it's probably. Oh, you covered that?
Oh, yeah. You didn't know that? We should do another. You know what? Other than Murdoch, we should do a Natalia Grace stream one of these days. I don't know about one.
Yeah, because new stuff happened in that.
Lately?
Well, since the big part of the story came out, then there was like updates later. So
all right, we'll talk later on that for sure. Okay. But yeah, I was covering that. That's like how my channel initially started to grow. Was off the Natalia Grace case.
Mm-hmm.
That was my Murdoch. Yours was Murdoch. Mine was the Natalia Grace.
Mm-hmm.
Here's one. I'll just have you guys switch off doing it. Kassidy, you read this one.
Oh, she's giving orders.
Opinion. Best comment all night. Blake was the voice for victims until she had to RSVP for the Met. That's awesome. That is awesome. So is it true she was not invited? So I posted that thing, and then when I thought it was like legit, and then when I posted it to X, it said underneath made with AI, and I know I didn't make it with AI, so it must have.
I think it's a joke post. I don't know. So I don't think it could. I don't think it could be true because somebody said that I saw the interview she did. She had like a designer purse made and all that, and she had to get fitted for this dress. So it's like stuff that takes a long time to prepare for. So she was definitely invited, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. Unfortunately,
so, I thought it was real.
Right.
And a lot of people I was so excited and posted it, and then. Okay, yeah, because they get invited by the designers that design their stuff, right? Isn't that who invites them? Is that how it goes?
They what?
They get invited by the designers who.
Oh, I don't know. Oh, you're barking up the wrong tree, Omar. What do you know about designers?
About designers?
Yeah, who invites you to the Met Gala?
Is it the designers themselves?
You know, ask my wife how much I know about clothes. She says, number one, I wear the same thing every day. I wear a t-shirt and jeans. I have a job where I have to wear a suit, and I wear it as the least amount possible. As soon as I'm done with my hearings, I usually go back to the office and change into jeans and a t-shirt. And my wife says it's like my uniform. Like, you just wear the same things. Like, yeah, because I'm going to think about it for what? Who am I trying to?
I went to a case where Omar was the lawyer. And I was going to watch him in action, and he still had the tag on his suit. I was like, Omar, Omar, your tag.
That is true. That did happen. I bought a new suit just for the occasion.
This one is from Omega and Ashley. Thank you for the $15. Burrito money. Can we get some feedback / coverage on this? Thank you very much. On the burrito thing? Yeah, sure, for sure. We can get into that. Not now, but later when I'm doing a fundraising stream for Mike again.
I got a question about this statement. So the judgment about the question was, the judge already gutted her case in April. Why is the joint statement saying her concerns deserved to be heard?
Sure.
As if like she's getting one over. My read on that is a little bit different. I think it was just something where it was the Wayfarer parties giving into some neutral language, suggesting that they are also for protections in the workplace.
Yeah.
And they were good signing off on that. And they didn't feel like it gave Lively too much. But it's a joint statement. So they're proposing things and they're trying to mix things in. But you read it two ways. Lively's going to interpret it however she wants. But the way I interpreted it was, oh, well, they said that because they want to make it look like, or they want to project that they are about protections in the workplace. That's how I interpreted that statement.
I mean, I read it as like they are acknowledging that people have a right to raise complaints in the workplace, they have a right to be heard if they feel slighted in some way, and that those things should be taken seriously. I don't see anything in there that necessarily says this woman's complaints were totally valid. You know what I mean? But you know,
nobody's going to say that. No. Nobody's going to say that. But which the part of me, all right, I understand. Look, I've been involved in settlements where I have worked for months and months and months on a case, and I was so overly prepared for trial, and then it settles. Back when I was practicing criminal law, a lot more than I do now, we'd often have like almost every single case, like 98% of cases settle because you get some kind of a plea deal, and we get all the way up to the eve of trial, and then at the trial itself, the DA gives us an offer we can refuse, like credit for time served, just plead guilty to a misdemeanor. They're charged with like 3 felonies or something. And then of course my client's going to take it, but I just worked and prepped for like a year for this case, for this trial. And now that's being ripped from me, and it sucks. But for whatever reason, civil cases are different. Like civil cases, when I get to trial, I'm usually so just, I know the case frontwards and backwards. But when it's over, I'm ready to turn the page. I don't even care. I'm done. I'm finished with it. And I'm guessing that's how all these attorneys feel. Like the prospect of just being done with it all and moving on to something else was really appealing to them, even though they were ultimately prepared. And so I honestly think that this is just 18 months of litigation on this stupid shit. They were ready to be done. And this is usually the time when cases settle, which is right around the time of trial. It's not unusual at all. And so I'm only bringing that up because I got that question. Why are they settling 2 weeks before trial? Because they're tired, and because imagine if they commence trial, you're looking at about a week and a half of trial based on the causes of action left, and it's all day and all night, and trial is exhausting. Or we're just settling and be done, and everybody just walks away. That's really attractive to the lawyers that are litigating the case in certain cases, and I think in this case, both attorneys were like, "Yeah, enough is enough." There's not much more to be gained by the attorneys. All the work is already done. They've already built up probably $15 to $20 million in attorney fees. There's not much left for the parties to win. By the parties, I really mean Lively, because hers was the only cognizable cause of action remaining. And what are we doing? Let's just be done. It's over.
Sure. Omar, I'll let you read this one. It's on the bottom of the screen there.
Oh, I'm trying to zoom in with that other thing you had.
No, not the statement, the super chat.
So can Justin not appeal the defamation suits anymore because of Wayfarer settlement, or does that have nothing to do with one another? Technically he can if he really wanted to.
He didn't settle.
No, and he had nothing to do with the settlement. They didn't need his permission to settle this portion of it. He technically can. In my experience, I don't think he's got much appetite. I think he's done.
So would they have possibly in that settlement included something that says they will not appeal that? Is that a negotiation they can make?
They could. Like I said, they didn't have to wrap Justin Baldoni into any of these settlement negotiation, but they possibly could have written into a settlement agreement. The Wayfarer parties agree not to bring any other piece of litigation based on these specific set of circumstances, including but not limited to the following people. And Justin Baldoni might have been written in there amongst other people.
We still got the. Oh, sorry. Are you done?
No. Yeah,
I'm
done.
bursting. I'm bursting. We still got the unsealed. We still got the unsealed stuff from Ellen. I just saw it.
Which
I thought we wouldn't get it.
I didn't
The
know if there
daughter-
was one that you wanted me to pull up or something. I can.
No, I didn't look at it, but it's all there. I thought we wouldn't get it because he settled.
No, I think because the judge ordered it all to be put out there.
Yeah, today was the deadline.
Right.
So it's like their one last move. That is awesome.
Kassidy, if you want to read this one here.
Cosmic Mochi, for whoever this goes to, thank you. Hey guys, I really want to know, can Blake be charged for perjury?
Extremely unlikely. This is not the kind of case that I would expect. Number one, as I've commented many times, that perjury is not something that usually gets prosecuted unless it's
fake babies for that.
Yeah, unless it's sufficiently egregious to shock the conscience.
Yeah.
And there's nothing that Lively did. There's a lot of shitty things that she's done, but nothing that I haven't seen in like every other single civil case that I've ever been involved with. Yeah, I think the biggest thing, they probably got her online about the dailies, but amongst maybe some other things, but enough to justify a perjury prosecution, not likely.
Listen, for all you Laura Owens followers out there, maybe even fans, all 4 of Blake's children are real, so she's not going to be charged with perjury.
Oh, well, not for that.
Kassidy might be like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
I wonder if she shared her afterbirth photo.
Okay, let's see. Solid Armor X, thank you for the $5. Blake, Ryan, and Taylor are now a Jen Blossom song meme. Found out about you. How
The
did I
hell?
do that?
Who is Jim Blossom?
You don't know Jen Blossom? They're a big 90s band.
Oh, not my genre. The 90s?
Yeah.
Well, let me see if I could Google them and see a picture or something.
Yeah,
Found Out About You is probably their biggest song.
Jim Blossom 26.
Hey,
huh?
Jealousy.
Oh, yeah.
Jill, $1.99. Thank you for the $10.
Oh, you had to
Hey,
say big jealousy.
Yeah, you content creators are the heroes. You're the reason that justice was served. Thank you very much, Jill. I appreciate that. And then Kassidy, you can read this one. She left one for all of us. So
Thank you, Jill. Just want to come on each of your platforms to thank you. Thank you so much, Jill. You are the heroes in the saga. Without the content creators, justice would not have been served. Without all of you viewers here watching and then taking the stuff to your own social media and posting about it and supporting us, we wouldn't have been able to get these messages out so far.
mm-hmm.
I think at the end of the stream or at some point during the stream, we should mention all of the good things that came out of covering this case, because there's a lot. There's a lot.
Some lady got my cell number. How about that?
Well, you were ring a ding ding.
Whatever happened to that?
Oh man.
She might have been your type, you never know.
Yo, she's an older lady. Of course she's my type. It's too bad she had to insult me. Omar, this one's for you.
Oh, thank you. You guys are the heroes. Without the content creators, there would not have been justice. I sincerely doubt that. All we do is we lend a voice to the feelings of the many that so graciously follow our channels. And I try my best to represent the opinions and attitudes of the people that support me and Lauren and Kassidy. And every now and then, content creators come together that are like-minded and of sufficient integrity that we feel compelled to stream together. Like Kassidy, I consider a friend. Lauren's been one of my friends for a long time, and I've
never met that man. So
ever. and I've watched both of you grow enormously from the beginning of our coverage back in January of 25 and up until now. And so that would be one of the few things that have come about that's good of our coverage in this case. Anyway, the thanks is all to all of you that follow our channels. Sincerely.
Absolutely. Without your support, We couldn't have. You guys got well, Lauren and I, through the ridiculousness of being subpoenaed. That was not easy.
Yeah.
It's
I remember that.
awful. And
Lots of
you guys
emotions
made
flying
me
around.
feel alone going through that.
Yeah.
Also,
Omar-
Muley Cunts became a moniker
That's true. I
that was
forgot
used
about
in this case. It was part because of Lauren and part because of Kassidy.
There's a mashup.
Muley, Lauren gave us cunts, and out of that we got Muley Cunts. Thank the two of you.
Yeah.
For such a descriptor.
We got chicken butt. Because
Chicken
I
butt.
realized after listening to myself, I was like, man, I say guess what all the time. Guess what? And I always, like, when my husband and I and my family, when anybody says guess what, everybody says chicken butt. And so after I like caught myself saying guess what so many times, I had to fight it. Like every time I said guess what, I had to fight it. Don't say chicken butt. And then one day I just finally said it, and like that was it.
Yeah, I remember watching one of your videos before I know who you were, and then there's like this really serious journalistic video that you were doing, like a documentary style, and then you're like, guess what? Chicken butt. In other news, George Wyman, and back in whatever, it's like, oh, what the hell? Did I mishear that? I had to rewind it. Did she say chicken
That
butt?
really happened.
It really happened. I don't remember. I think it was about Judge Lyman's financial impropriety or something, or possible time, something like that. I promise it's in there. That's what I remember.
Oh yeah, it's totally in there. I remember it too because it was so serious.
Omar, this is yours.
I'm not fighting it this
time. Thanks, Wilts, for 20. She says, I'm a bit disappointed and still confused about the settlement, but I appreciate you all covering it. The thing about settlements is, look, when you get involved in a lawsuit, both sides have these ideas of grandeur that you're going to win the big case, that you're going to go in there and prevail at trial, that you're going to have your big Perry Mason moment, and that you're going to have the big magical cross-examination that's going to be remembered along the annals of legal scholarship or whatever. And when you settle, nobody's getting everything that they wanted. It's a concession on both sides, and the concession doesn't lie with only the parties. It's a big anticlimactic disappointment for those that have been following this case and have conjured their own ideas of justice. And so that level of disappointment, I completely understand. I get it.
Yeah.
What do you think of that?
I get where the people who are upset, I get where they're coming from. I really do.
Yeah.
And some people I recognized they felt a little hurt and a little let down because they thought that they were gonna do all this and like get some justice. And so people took it personally that they didn't feel like justice was actually achieved. But I think we just all need to, well, I really don't want to see Jennifer Abel settle. I would love to see her go all the way because what was done to her was so not okay.
I actually don't see that case settling. I do not. I don't think Abel's going to settle that case. And that might be the next thing that comes out of this. But because you're right, like what happened to her was egregious, and that needs to be litigated. I don't see how they settle that one without some kind of a apology. But then again, you know.
Yeah, but Van Zandt needs hold on so they don't keep doing that.
Yeah.
Well, you got to be really ballsy to do something like that. I would be so embarrassed to bring a lawsuit like that. Just a complete Doe lawsuit, bare bones, boilerplate, drafted by AI. So that I can file a subpoena and then dismiss it right after. I would not have the balls to be as evil and conniving and douchebaggerish as that.
Douchebaggerish.
Somebody says, I think we should have a mock trial. Maybe.
Did you see that in one of the filings, the Great Unsealing, the Second Coming, Ezra made a comment about the lawsuit, and she's saying that it wasn't a sham, that it was this and it was done like this, blah blah. She tried to legitimize it and say that there was nothing wrong with it.
I did see that. There's some attorneys. Well, look, it's like anything else. There's an ethics involved. And the funny thing about rules of professional responsibility, they exist in all 50 states. And every state, even federal, federal or at the state level, they have rules that say that you have to do things in good faith. And so the question says, well, I did do it in good faith. There was a lawsuit and there was legitimate purpose behind it. And if that's all that's required, then fine. But you have to ask the question, was the explicit purpose for you doing this to obtain evidence that you wouldn't have otherwise have access to for the purpose of conjuring a different lawsuit? And that's just beyond the lines where they could avoid severe punishment for that, because they didn't gain anything that was usable with that subpoena for this case, which is probably why you didn't see any further motions. I remember what's her name, that judge that did the Florida case. I forget, but there was a judge that came on and said that that's the kind of stuff that you would find judges make things inadmissible because it was an improper.
Judge Liz?
Yes, that's it. That's it.
That's who it was.
She kind of, where'd she go, dude?
I don't know.
Disappeared.
She appeared and then disappeared. I don't know what happened. The Barbie doll.
I emailed her and I was like, hey, do you want to come talk about this case or whatever? And I never heard back, and then I just never saw her talk about anything again. I was like, okay. Yeah,
I emailed her. She was like, hey, I loved your work in the Parkland case or whatever.
Yeah.
I'd love to talk to you about this case and what you think about the Van Zandt thing. And I got I got ignored. So, but then she just disappeared. So I don't know. Maybe she just
maybe it's us. Maybe she hates us and she left YouTube because of it.
Are you guys the reason she never came back?
It might be. Hey,
it's not a 0% chance.
I'm convinced.
We're the common denominator.
Lauren is the one that scared off Ask Two Lawyers.
Oh my God, there's no way I was the one that scared off Ask Two Lawyers. You gotta be fucking kidding me. I was like, I liked those guys. We didn't always agree on everything, but I liked them generally.
Which was weird. Like I met them at like a public thing at what's his name's? Who's the guy? What's his name?
Zach Peters.
At Zach's thing. I had a moment of brain relapse. Never mind. It just I met him there and I liked them and like I hung out and took pictures and everything, and then I never saw them again. That was it. Maybe it was me.
Stuart was in one of my chats.
They tried trashing me and it didn't work out very well for them, and then they disappeared. They asked me to come on their show after trashing me over and over and over again. Then they reached out and invited me to come on their show. I was like, thank you, no.
Oh.
Hey, they did the same thing with me and Lauren, except I said something and they disagreed with me, and then I disagreed with them, and they invited me on the show, and then we were friends. And then I met him in person.
For the record, I didn't catch any strays. I don't know how, but like I didn't get any strays.
No, because they were terrifying everybody with 47.1, and I did a series of videos about it, and like, no, you're wrong, and I didn't say they were wrong. I just put out my personal opinion of it, and they could not handle it. They could not handle that I had a different opinion than them, and started trashing me. And then my adorable, lovely community told them off.
You know what's funny about that? What's funny about that is Kassidy did a whole video about 47.1, and then I emailed Kassidy, and then I was like, hey, Kassidy, that was a good try, but you didn't consider like these things, and you're wrong. But I said it like in the nicest way.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, I hate that Omar guy. Now look where I am.
But then we like streamed like together because I wasn't
I thought the first time I ever heard Omar on a stream, I was like, this guy sucks.
First impressions are everything.
I never said that.
He did a stream about Laura Owens, and it was like his first time. And it's like, I don't know what I was expecting, because obviously somebody who picks up on Laura Owens in the middle of everything is gonna like not know every single detail. But I was so hypercritical. I was just like, this guy sucks, because he said something about Mike. He said something about Mike being I don't remember the word he used, basically like a bozo or something. And I was just like, Mike's not a bozo. This guy sucks. And I was like, I'm never gonna watch him again. And I changed my mind. So
that was me with that lawyer lady that everybody just loves, Emily Baker.
Oh, Emily. Yeah.
So
Emily,
she covered the Murdaugh trial too, and then I found out about her, and I go to watch, and it was like, and I'm really big on first impressions and like vibes and stuff, and so she's doing this live, and here I would sit and I would spend like 3 days on preparing a pre-recorded video and have all this stuff looked up, and because everything I did back then was all pre-recorded, and she has not even read the stuff. She goes to the docket, pulls it out, starts flipping through it, and she's going in blah 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 blah, and just like foul mouthed, and I
Yeah.
did not expect that, and
You
then
you just described me.
Except
Are
woman
you-
had purple hair.
no, but this woman is an attorney, and she had thousands of people in her chat, and they're
Mhm.
giving her like $20, $50. Like I literally watched like $3,000 roll by for this woman who had not even read the dang thing, and she's reading through and she's not explaining anything. And then she's like, because in the case, blah, blah, blah. And it was all wrong. Like she had all of this wrong stuff. And people in her chat are having to tell her what's going on. And I'm like, why are you guys having to tell her what's going on? And you're paying her $3,000 in 20 minutes time. And she's getting it all wrong. Like, what is going on? I couldn't believe it. And I turned it off and I never went back.
You know what's funny? I had the exact same first impression of her. I was like, who's this lady with purple hair? And she's
Right.
like,
Is it
I think
purple?
was
Which,
the Murdaugh
well, that
case
didn't
that I was
bother me.
watching.
Huh?
She had purple hair, and then she's like, "Oh, I love the cursey words," and she like her big like gimmick was like, "I say bad words on my live streams, like woo," and then she's like,
I think I'm a fan, guys.
That's
"No,
her,
I'm a
that's
fan.
her show.
I have grown to appreciate Emily D. Baker, but my first impression was not a good one. Just like
No.
because I had the same reaction that Kassidy did. But you know what's funny? She used to be a DA in LA, I believe.
Yeah.
In the courthouse that I used to practice in. I mean, they would send me to LA in that same courthouse. So it's 100% certain, like around 2015 and 2016, I had cases in the same courtroom with her. And it would have been in the same courthouse because if she was doing misdemeanors, they're all like in the same place. And so I'm certain I probably have met her, but she wasn't a YouTuber back then. She's like still a DA.
Mhm.
I'm not saying like she would know who I am because I don't even recognize. I'm just it's a fun fact that we once practiced in the same courthouse.
In the same
at the
courthouse.
same time.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, she has a very devoted fan base, but I was not a fan. I'm like, you gotta teach, you gotta know what you're. I mean, at least have looked at the document before you pull it up. Come on. But yeah, and the intro of I say all the cursey words. I'm like, that's your intro. That's the thing that is gonna attract you.
Like everything that you guys are saying is entirely appealing to me. So like it
Well,
works.
check her out. You'd love her.
It works.
And then the other guy, the lawyer, so I give him a try. Yeah, because people are like loving him, and I was like, yeah, this is pretty cool. And he had his dad on, and I adore his dad, absolutely adore his dad. But he gets on there and he's arguing with his learned father, who's got decades of experience. Guess what he's saying, Omar? Chicken butt. No, he's saying that the money that Alex Murdaugh stole from his clients, that he doesn't owe tax on it because it was a settlement that wasn't taxable. He could not put together that, yeah, it would have been tax-free for the appropriate people who were supposed to receive the settlement. But the second that Alex stole it, it became illegal income and would have been taxable, because they were talking about whether or not he had an issue about IRS for all of this stolen money. And this guy was literally arguing with his father that this money that Alex took was not taxable because it was a settlement. I was like,
it would be taxable, even if illegally obtained. It would be purported income.
Exactly. It was income for Alex. It was not his settlement. And I was like, okay, I turned that off, never went back. I'm like, what is going on here? And then I made my own channel.
Yeah, no, it's funny because I got introduced to both of them when I was like starting out on YouTube. I do the same thing that you would do. Like I would do all of these hours of research, and I would read all of these things, and then we come, oh, let's just like watch the trial together. It's like, oh, is that all I had to do? Well, shit. If I just knew that, I could have saved myself hours of time. But joke on me because they clearly got the formula. Maybe that's all you got to do.
The the first time I tried Emily, that's what she was doing. She was streaming it.
Yeah.
And something had happened and everybody was like, what's going on? What's going on? And all she goes is, he didn't waive time. He didn't waive time. And I'm like, that doesn't explain anything. And nobody knows what you mean. And so, yeah. And then then I had come back again when she was going over the documents and she did that. And that was like 2 strikes, you're out. But yeah.
I'll tell you what. I grew to appreciate Emily D. Baker because I did like watch her coverage of who was it? I think the Rittenhouse trial.
Mhm.
And then the lawyer, like he grew on me as well. Like they both did. Like they both they're fine, And I like his dad too. It's just like my first impression. I think it was just the frustration of not knowing what I was doing when I first started my channel, and
Yeah.
like man. If I had known, all I had to do was like just put on coverage, and then I started doing that with like the Sarah Boone thing. I think I did that a little bit of that. But yeah, they're both fine content creators, and I like them both now. They're both fine, and among many others. But I completely get the first impressions. Just like I'm sure most people that watch my channel for the first time is, who was this guy with the weird, crazy, stupid voice? And they said, oh, he completely got that wrong. How dare he ask?
Why is he purple?
Why is he purple?
He is totally homophobic. How dare he calls out Lauren for being gay? He's like, oh, if you only knew.
I'm straight. Anyways, let me. Sorry,
Lauren is shady.
I'm afraid somebody might believe that. Let me roll through some of these real quick. CMBBY, thank you for the $5. The best part, our community and wanting the truth and justice, and we all go follow you all. You bring truth and receipts. Huge. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Tanya Neal, 9502. Thank you for being a new member. I appreciate that. D Flynn, thank you for the Canadian $5. Thanks for all the coverage. Has someone already commented on this sentence in today's statement? Miss Lively deserved to be heard. I can tell you my thought on that was just generally speaking, we're again, you have to think of it in the context of we're thinking of the studio and Lively settling. The studio, her employer, not Justin, not Jamie, not any individual, but the studio and the movie LLC settling with her. They're saying, we understand that her concerns, that she raised deserve to be heard. And I think that in any workplace, if a woman makes a complaint, it's like they have the right to have that complaint taken seriously. So in a way, it's like, yes, it deserves to be heard. It doesn't necessarily mean that she deserved any sort of specific outcome, though. It doesn't mean that she deserved for them to legitimize what she was saying, because what she was saying was fucking Cocoa Puffs. So, if of course a woman who makes a complaint in the workplace deserves to be heard because that is her right, but it doesn't really mean that they did anything wrong.
I don't have a problem with this sentence, and it reminds me of there's a very famous clip of Barack Obama, and he has like this heckler that's like telling him he's like a liar or whatever, calling him out, and he's like being obnoxious, and he interrupts his speech. And then Obama says, okay, hold on a minute. Hold on now. Hold on. No. Don't get upset at him. He has a right to his opinion. He has a right to be heard. And then he gives like this eloquent speech about how we're all just trying to figure it out here. And I appreciate that they have energy. And so them saying that Blake Lively deserved to be heard is no different to me than that. It's like, look, her feelings are valid. I'm not going to say they're not valid. I might disagree with her definition of things, but if she has a complaint, then here at the Wayfarer institution, we take all complaints seriously and we give them all equal weights. And we appreciate her suggestions for improvements in the way that we behave ourselves at the Wayfarer movie studios. How about that?
I'm getting an influx of comment that say heard as an Amber Heard, or she deserved to be Amber Heard.
That's hilarious. I love the chats here. They're amazing. It's funny because Lauren, my comment on my earlier live when I talked about it was really similar to yours. That I didn't love it, but from the standpoint that this was the studio that's got to continue, and that we all know the truth, but there's a big part of the population that never looked at the filings. They didn't know the truth of it all. They heard what little bit the media put out, and going forward, they want to continue as a studio. They have to put out a professional sounding statement that doesn't sound like they're just saying, well, we don't care about this stuff.
Right.
They needed to make a nice And it was probably well thought out by PR and the legal team of exactly what it should say. So,
well, a responsible thing for any employer to do in that kind of situation, to say we take these things seriously. So I feel like it's just kind of saying that.
Yeah, this wasn't a personal statement from Justin. This was Wayfarer Studios. Yeah.
Justin wasn't saying, yes, I sniffed her neck slowly.
Ew.
And then I bit her lip or whatever. Like, that's not what happened here. So.
Kissed her forehead.
Yeah. Italiana 730, thank you for the $20 super chat. And then there was a comment that came with it. Thank you. She said, or he or she said, love your coverage today and always. Thank you for all you have done for this case. Content creators made this possible. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. And then also Big Z with the $2. Blake Lively deserves to be heard, pun intended. Getting a lot of those.
We have the best
Kassidy, I'll let Kassidy read this one because I don't know which one of you it's for.
Blake Lively's marketing strategy is like if someone promoted Jaws by telling everyone, grab your favorite nautical prince and head to the beach.
Oh my God.
That is amazing. That is amazing.
Oh God.
I love it. I really love it. One of these days I need to go through and grab a bunch of these comments and just make a video about them. We have the best.
This is for Omar, I think.
Oh, it's Aquanata with the $10 super sticker. Thanks, young lady. I appreciate you. Right. She was in my Michael Jackson stream, by the way. You guys saw that Michael Jackson movie yet?
No, but I heard it.
No, I didn't. I haven't.
Highly recommended. Highly.
Really?
I'm not going to talk about MJ on this show, but highly recommended. You're just suspend disbelief that it's obviously not Michael Jackson. If you close your eyes, though, you'll feel like it's Michael Jackson because he sounds exactly the same. But definitely worth buying the movie ticket.
Right.
I would recommend IMAX if you want the full experience. But yeah, really good movie.
Yeah. Is it the guy singing, or did they use?
They used the child actor, I think, sung. They didn't use Michael Jackson's voice at the beginning, and because they're like doing some acapella stuff and trying to do a scene. He did not have the juice that 8-year-old Michael Jackson had. But he did a fine job, and it was close enough to where you can kind of get the idea. And I believe that they started to use Michael Jackson's own music towards the end of the movie. But yeah, you'll have a good time no matter what. If you're a Michael Jackson fan, you will like the movie.
That's what they did with Whitney Houston, with the one they did about her.
They made a movie about her?
Yeah. I saw it on the plane. I've never seen it anywhere else, but I saw it on the plane.
Who played Whitney?
It was a British actress. I can't remember her name. I'd never seen her in anything before, but
I can't imagine them not using Whitney's vocals though. I mean,
they mostly used Whitney's, but then there was some like a cappella and when she was first starting out, that was the actress, and it was kind of indistinguishable. I don't know when it was Whitney's and when it was hers. She was really good.
I don't even know they made a Whitney Houston biopic. Yeah. Lauren is so bored. She's like, "Hey, man."
What? No, I'm here.
Oh, okay. I always watch.
Hey, man.
Talk. I feel like when I start talking, I put her to sleep, and so I'm very cognizant of like trying not to be too boring with Lauren.
It's not that you're putting me to sleep; it's that my ADHD will not allow me to like just sit here and listen. So I'm like looking around, like.
Somebody put it up.
What's it? What are we looking at?
Is it Neon 3? I don't know if I said that right.
3. I can find it.
I want people.
I want people.
I was wondering about this.
I want people to go view all of the coverage of her at the Met Gala right now and look at how no one in the background is paying her.
I saw that.
Not taking her photo.
Is it like that little video where she's sitting with the Grey's Anatomy people and she's smiling, pretending she's talking to someone, but nobody's looking at her or talking to her? Is it like that?
I think Blake took a lot of damage here, just PR wise. Who wants to work with her? Like after all this stuff came out, like how difficult she is, or acted on this set. The threshold for her to lodge a lawsuit against somebody is so low. Why would you ever risk working with somebody like that?
I
I
mean,
think she's gonna have a bad time going forward.
three Sony executives called her a terrorist.
Yeah.
No, nobody's going to want to mess with that again.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I think that she's taking the biggest hit out of all of the parties involved with this.
Big Z with the $2 says more with MJ spending things again on Threads. Listen, I'm gonna say to you the same thing that I say to everyone who brings up like these very aggressively like Blake Lively side of things content creators. I met MJ at the courthouse at the hearing that I went to. She was perfectly polite to me. We didn't even talk really about Justin or Blake, which is, and it was kind of like I recognized her, right? And I was like, so I don't really want to cause any kind of conflict. I'm like, I don't want anyone to be uncomfortable, even though we have wildly different views. So we were politely talking to each other. I don't have a problem with her. I think she has a right to have her opinion. That being said, what I will say to anybody who brings up these comments and is worried about what other people are saying on Threads or wherever else, my response to that is, who fucking cares? Because nothing that you say to those people is ever going to make them see your point of view. Like they're never going to agree with you. So why waste your time worrying about it? I think that she totally has her right to feel the way that she has to feel, and I can coexist with my very opposite opinions, and we don't have to interact with each other in that regard. We don't have to argue. We can just let it go. Who cares?
I'm just glad she only gained ground over on Threads, a place I never go to.
Honestly, I wish her the best. She was, like I said, she was very polite to me. I think that she has a lot of other great qualities. I just don't agree with her on this case. So, whatever.
Yeah.
I just don't give a shit. So,
did I tell you guys did I tell you both that the last time that us three were on a stream together, when I made that comment about non-alcoholic beverages or like O'Doul's?
Oh, people were mad about that. Yeah.
People got so mad at me. Like one lady,
I don't think that's what Omar meant.
She's like, I feel like you just like shit on all alcoholics, and I can no longer listen to your streams. Best of luck to you in the future. I was like, well, suck on these nuts from the back. How about that? Wish you safe journeys. And if you're going to get offended by that, then you shouldn't listen to the rest of my streams because I say off the wall stuff all the time.
But something happened the last couple of weeks. Like people hit a weird vibe of like just nastiness. I had more people coming on my channel and trying to tell me what to do and fussing than in the whole lifetime of my channel the last 2 weeks. It's like I don't know what happened.
I think people, it's a climate right now, and I don't know what the reasons are, but yeah, people are hurting. I think across, America, I mean, worldwide, things are difficult for everybody. And so I empathize for that. But, and, generally, like, I'll let those comments go. Like, I grew up in a family of alcoholics. I understand the plight. I was just simply stating, I don't understand those that like these beverages, even if because of the taste or whatever, and somebody took that. I mean, you were disrespecting alcoholics. Like, that was not the intent. I was disrespecting those beverages because they don't taste very good, but some people like them. Teach them.
They do taste like shit.
Yeah, but
also, they actually taste like shit. So.
To be fair, I don't even drink beer. I don't like beer. My wife likes it.
Beer's
I don't
nasty.
get it. Like if I'm gonna have a cold beverage like that, I'd rather just have like a Diet Coke or something. Like if you're gonna pour me an alcoholic beverage, like how about like a whiskey on the rocks or something, or just like a whiskey neat. Like I don't need the beer or the IPAs. They're not good to me. But I'm not like denigrating people that are beer drinkers. It's just, hey, quirks. But I also try to also understand that there's a lot of people out there struggling and hurting. Everything costs more. People are at their wits' end. And so I try to take it for what it's worth.
Yeah. Dak Peters had the best, one of my favorite things I ever saw him do. He went out and bought it was Betty Buzz or Betty Booze, I don't know which one, to do a taste test. And he sat down, opened it up, sounded all crisp when he cracked it open, took a sip and said, it tastes like Blake's wardrobe in the movie. I thought that was the funniest thing. Oh my God, it tastes like her wardrobe.
Isn't that what came up in the last string?
Big Z, thank you for the $5 here. From a friend in contact with someone very close to the parties. Apparently, Justin / Wayfarer are really happy with the outcome, except for having an apology. I believe that. I think that's probably true.
No.
Yeah, it said someone had reached out to one of the article. I think it was might have been the Rolling Stone article I covered. They said that he was very happy with it. So that's why I was saying, like, if they're happy, then let's just be happy for them.
And then Big Z again with the $2 says statement does feel like Wayfarer took the Baha'i road. That's funny.
You know what's funny too? Like just representing people in these like really big cases where they're like there are these extreme injustices. Like the parties that are involved usually don't want what the general public wants. That's what I've learned. And you know, everybody wants a trial and everybody wants their pound of flesh. But for the parties that have been dealing with this, I don't think you could really comprehend how hard it is to be the main party in litigation until you've experienced it. And every aspect of your life is just on full display. And everybody on, the content creators are talking about every little thing and, going through and exposing every single little thing, every text messages, every email. And they come up with all of these theories about what they think about who you are and what you represent and what you do. It's exhausting. And it's really scary. And I could just see Justin being like, look, man, I'm good with this just being done.
Yeah.
I completely would expect that.
He got the sexual harassment dismissed. He got all of the evidence out there. And Jill, definitely that I'm still I was gonna do the one about the 7 women. I was going to do that tonight, but I didn't get it done in enough time to have it finished by the time this one was supposed to start. So, and I might be going to Amsterdam tomorrow, so I'm not sure when I will get it out.
Well, what the heck? I thought you were coming to my house.
I didn't bake the
pie. That pie is going to go stale by the time you get back from Amsterdam. What the fuck?
But I will, and especially with this new the Ellen filings that came out today, I really want those. But it's so funny to me. Like I was going through the ones that Ezra filed, and I'm like, okay, this is the evidence that was supposed to save Blake's case. Like this sounds like Wayfarer's evidence. How in the world, in what world is this okay for? I mean, does this help Blake's case? It's so funny.
Right.
Like this is the best you got of your voluminous evidence?
Mountains.
No, that's the best they have. Look, I mean, 99% of all the evidence that they've obtained through discovery, including all of their subpoenas to all of you folks, was just bluster and bullshit.
All of the evidence was in my credit card number.
Totally.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
And by the way,
I could have won this case if she just got my credit card number and to know everything that I've ever bought.
So I was really hoping that Lauren would have to turn over her text messages because I planted some messages for Ezra and team. I may or may not have done that.
Sorry, what was that?
Never mind.
No, I didn't hear you. It broke up.
Oh, I was hoping that they would actually recover your text messages through those subpoenas.
They would have to get our emails. Yeah.
No,
I mean, I could just. This is over now. I could just forward them if you'd like.
I mean, do what you want. I left little nuggets in there for them. Just
no, I would hate for that to not reach the really intended recipient. So I'll just go ahead and forward them to her office.
It's like, hey, we're totally going to smear Blake Lively with this next stream. Hey, we're going to call her the C word 87 times and attach the moniker Muley to it to make it especially disgusting.
Is it Vanna Johnson? Is that lemon pound cake like Mandy? Is that what you're talking about?
Pound cake?
Is that a play off of Mandy? I was just wondering.
Afro Man's lemon pound cake, maybe.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Wait, I don't know the Afro. I mean, I know who he is, but I didn't follow
that one.
It's a famous with the Afro Man thing. I'll tell you in a second.
Right.
Afro Man's like one of his famous songs about that police raid is called Lemon Pound Cake because he has footage from the police raid where the officer like stops when he has his gun out and everything. He stops and puts his gun kind of down for a second. He's like looking at the lemon pound cake like he wants to eat it. It's a whole thing. But no, I've been trying to get Afro Man on for an interview forever. They keep having to reschedule because he's been on tour. So he was in like a different city every night. Okay. And then when I was in town and not busy, he was, and vice versa. So like, it's just been really difficult timing wise, but yeah.
Okay. Well, that's probably why Mandy did it. The day she
Mandy?
showed up for her deposition, Mandy Matney, her mom baked her a lemon pound cake and she brought there. So it must have been
Oh, yeah.
it must have been a play on that I didn't know about. I thought it just came from her.
It could be something else. I don't know. I'm just thinking of Afro Man because he's got that song. It's called Lemon Pound Cake. So
Is a
Oh,
lemon
okay.
pound cake delicious?
I've never actually had one. So.
It just sounds really boring to eat. I'm just, my daughter's trying to make me a lemon meringue pie.
Oh,
It
yum.
didn't work out.
You making
Yeah.
that from lemon curd?
They didn't make it from lemon curd. I don't know what they made it from, but the filling did not set, and it didn't work out.
It's tricky.
We're gonna try again. Maybe we'll try the lemon curd thing. I've never heard of a lemon
if you
meringue pie
make it
with
with
lemon curd.
and then use the lemon curd to make the pie. Comes out super good.
Let me see. Let me try to get through these.
I always said she tried to make it through scratch, and then she didn't put cornstarch in it or something. I think that was I don't know.
Kassidy, I'll let you read this one. It's for one of you guys. I don't know which one though. So
Kassidy, Lauren, Omar, who would pull off Blake of you three? I've wanted to do a thing of her for a long time. I just haven't gotten the nerve up to do it yet.
Like impersonating Blake Lively in like testimony.
Huh?
Maybe in a mock trial. They mean I don't know.
Yeah, I've wanted
pulling off Blake like is in impersonating her like voice wise or like I don't know. I don't know what they mean, but I do remember that me and Kassidy were like role playing the deposition thing, and she was Blake and I was. She did a really good Blake Lively, reading the deposition transcripts.
Yeah, and it's allergy season, so I'm extra nasal, and Blake has that like she needed to get her adenoids out sound.
Sure.
Like I suffer through allergy season, so I could probably do it. I'm pretty nasal right now.
For Halloween, I think I'm gonna be Jamie Heath's Afterbirth. What do you think of that?
Whoa.
Like that.
I am the Afterbirth in the video that was shown.
He always says it wrong.
Is it not after? How do you say it then? What is it? It's not Afterbirth. What is it? What am I thinking of?
You could say post-birth, but yeah, you kept saying afterbirth, which is a placenta.
Oh,
just say
I'll be a placenta for Halloween.
Post-birth.
The post-birth discharge. I don't know.
Okay, Omar, I'm gonna make you look. This is one for you, okay? And then
Just LJ, $2. All right. Thanks for the super sticker.
And then here's another one from the same person. Go ahead.
Starting at the beginning of the stream, instead of pie eating contest, death nut challenge, you should have a Taylor Swift cookie eating contest. Oh, I don't know. Does she have good cookies or something?
Vegetable oil in it. Vegetable oil in a cookie.
That's offensive to Kassidy.
Oh. Absolutely.
I thought you should know because she was saying that. I was like, no, you realize that's offensive to Kassidy. Just like
it's illegal in the country of Kassidy. Why would vegetable oil?
Kassidy, I'm gonna let you read this one.
The unsolicited opinion. Thank you for whoever this is for. I bet Blame Lively chose a huge dress so she can blame people avoiding her at the Met as fashionably inaccessible.
Oh my god!
Those dudes carrying the train looked really unhappy.
Oh yeah, they wanted to be close to me.
Train, man.
Oh my gosh!
Somebody just quoted Michael Scott. It's like, oh, that's an oaky afterbirth upon sipping a red wine. Maybe that's what I think of when I say afterbirth.
Totally. Big Z, thank you for the $5. The party's lawyers were making statements like Trump and Iran right now. It's a lot of rhetoric and playing hardball. Hopefully they'll settle next. I mean, that's a bigger issue there. Yeah.
No, we're gonna have to get into that lawsuit.
I don't think that they're gonna do a walk away settlement quite so fast.
Oh, they're not at the point of settlement now. No, they're just getting started. They're just getting that party started, man.
Oh yeah.
They're not even close to settlement.
No.
No, maybe we'll talk about that another day.
All right, I gotta go, unfortunately, guys, because I think I've got like 2 minutes left, and I'm gonna pass out because I got work in 8 hours. So
Oh.
I don't know if there's anything else you guys wanted to talk about before we go.
Just a PSA: don't consume gummies while ordering Uber Eats, and leave the door open. Like
Oh,
Warren-
you found the DoorDash girl case. Okay, cool.
Oh, that's done now, isn't it? Didn't that finish?
No, she
Oh.
got indicted.
They
Oh, she got-
indicted her, really?
Yeah.
Oh, is
Well,
that
she,
what I saw?
apparently the accusation is that she pushed the door open, filmed him naked, and posted it online.
Yeah.
Was it wide open, or does she have to physically open the door? Is my question.
The allegation is that she physically opened the door.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Right, but we don't know if that's we haven't seen the footage, so I don't know how accurate that is. I don't know if the door was cracked. I don't know if the door was closed. You know what I mean? So
I'll tell you what. I'm suspicious of that guy. I'm not entirely not sympathetic to her, but at the same time, if she's opening the door purposely and the guy's laying there, passed out from whatever, I don't know. I
think I
understand
need
what you're
more
thinking.
information.
Yeah. Well, from what I've heard, he was drunk, obviously, and passed out. And like, I think I can't speak for the entire world, but I've certainly ordered food while drunk and passed out, and then just like didn't answer the door because I was so passed out when I got there. In fact, that happened to me at a hotel once. I was in LA and I got super drunk, and then I ordered pizza, and then there was a voicemail on my hotel room phone, and I answered it the next morning, and it was just like the pizza person, the front desk person, making fun of me for like wasting money on the pizza. Because they didn't know they were leaving me a voicemail.
I've definitely gotten high before and ordered pizza and just refused to get up and answer the door.
Yeah. No,
I ordered. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, you.
Sorry. You first.
We were in West Virginia, I think, and I ordered. What did I order? Something fancy, oxtail. And it was a Cuban restaurant. It sounded so good, and I was so hungry, and we'd flown in really late at night. Nothing was open, so I ordered from Postmates. And I said, okay, it was a hotel, so there's a lobby. And I'm like, when you get here, call me. I'll come down. But whether I come down or not, it's a hotel. You can leave it at the front desk, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
She didn't call me. And then I get I'm waiting. And there's a message. I forgot what the message said. I go down. She left and took my food and probably ate it.
Yeah, probably.
It was like a $60 dinner, and plus delivery and all that. I was so mad, and it wasn't just like. And then it was too late to order because the restaurant closed. It was like super late at night. Nothing else was open, so I had to go to bed hungry. And that I mean, they reimbursed it the next day, but that wasn't the point. It's like I wanted my oxtail.
Right.
But
I ain't had oxtail since I was in Columbus, Ohio.
But I
talking about some 25 years ago, man.
So
yeah,
all right.
I'm not
I'm gonna have to ponder on that while I wait for more stuff to come out, because like I said, it's kind of a bizarre story, but like I've heard different things. Like he was drunk, I heard the door was open, I heard the door was closed and she had to open it. So
that seems like something to cover, man. I'm curious about, I don't know, I need more information. I'm fishy on both sides.
Well, we're gonna find out soon enough.
Yeah, we need more information. I can't say either way what I think, because I don't know.
I don't know. I'm a girl dad, and when I hear stuff like that, I just assume the guy did something wrong. But I also could see that he just passed out because it could have been innocent. I don't know. I need more information.
As a girl, I don't think I would open a door. So yeah, I need more information.
Fuck no, I'm not opening a door. I don't even want to talk to anybody.
I ain't going in there.
Enough to be scared about. Why would we invite something like that? So
leave the food on the porch and leave. Yeah.
Court Justice CA, thank you for the $10 expected settlement, and JB deserves peace, but disappointed how it went down, especially today. Blake name in statement and enabled gala attendance. BL concerns equals malicious lies, and her actions hurt actual victims. I agree with a lot of that. I think that there's got to be like a lot more that one of these conversations that we'll never know about. And so I'm just trying to take it as a net positive, because I feel like I've also, as well as somebody else mentioned this in the chat earlier, but I've heard that he's happy with it. So I think I'm just trying to let it go. You know what I mean? So
She actually walked in. She didn't just like stand at the door.
You can't walk into somebody's house, man. That's yeah.
oh yeah, no, she like went in there, filmed him, posted it online, and then left and said she was assaulted.
Well, that's the criminal thing. You can't
Right.
record and post on
Enter
social
somebody's
media.
home.
Right. Especially if they're unconscious. It's like Jesus.
Oh boy, I smell a live stream forthcoming
Yeah.
regarding.
All right, guys, I got to take off for the night because I have
All right,
work in the morning. But thanks everyone for joining us, and thank you, Omar and Kassidy, for being here. And we'll see you guys soon.
Yeah.
All right, folks.
Thanks,
We love you
everybody.
all. Have a wonderful night.
Wait, don't leave, Omar,
Why?
because your thing always